Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Real Hazardous. Today we're going to talk about the Miami Boat Show. We went down to the Miami Boat Show 2022. Pretty cool experience. Got some great ideas, saw some cool features about a lot of different boats. And I want to share those features with you. So if you're looking for a new boat, and I want to suggest some things to look for that are helpful in some of the boats that I've seen. Also, I'll give you some updates about the Miami Boat Show itself.
Alright guys, we've been robbed in Miami. We got hit right here at the boat show. Turn the corner and it says $100 cash to park here. Cash now, guys. I looked for I couldn't find an officer to write a report on this one, but this is freaking crazy right here. $100 cash to park.
Welcome to Miami, guys. First off, as we found, when you get to the Miami Boat Show, don't park close to it because the parking is outrageous. You know, they try to rob you legally, sort of. So try to park somewhere offbeat, walk up if you can, it'll save you a lot of money. The Miami Boat Show is one of the biggest boat shows in the country. There is a lot of stuff to it. One thing I didn't realize, I don't know if it's like this every year because this was my first trip, but everything was very spread out. For example, they had a marina area with some tents set up, so vendors there, a lot of boats, you know, you can look at on the water. But to get to the convention center, we had to take a bus, basically, about 15-20 minutes to get to the convention center.
Like the camera's facing you.
Okay guys, we're on a shuttle to get to the convention center because there's a pretty good distance between the Sea Isle Marina and the convention center.
Hour and a half walk.
Hour and a half walk, according to Google. I knew the Miami Boat Show was big, but man, more spread out than I thought it would be. But hey, I think the convention center has a lot of stuff, so I'm excited to see what's on the showroom floor. We went on another couple test rides and we had to go to a separate marina. So we went to 3 different areas. It would have been nice if everything was all right there that you could just walk back and forth. So just be prepared, figure out where things are and give yourself plenty of distance if you have a test ride scheduled so that you can move around to these different areas and have time to make all the test rides. We also got to meet up with some friends who were also video makers. You've probably seen some of their fishing content on YouTube. Spinning Ballyhoo was there. We did a test ride with them. Florida Fishing Couple, South Florida Fishing Channel, and Blacktip H. So here are some things I would recommend looking for in a boat when you're, looking to buy something. First off, a nice flat deck I feel like is very helpful. And what I mean by that is in the old days, I feel like they used to build in a lot of drains into a boat. Like on our older contender, up under the gunnels, you got a flat deck and then it drops down about, an inch, inch and a half and goes an inch and a half over and then up. Which in theory, any water that comes on board, it'll go into these drains and go down to the scuppers. Sounds good, right? Probably in theory, yes, but the problem is those areas are really hard to clean. They get dirty real easy. Your scrub brush can't get into it. So you have to use like a small rag, get your fingers in, and they go to these tiny scuppers. We looked at some front runner boats, pretty new boats in the market, but I like that theirs is completely flat. On top of that, the back, you'll see they've got very big drains. It's a big old area, graded, so junk can't get into it, but it can quickly drain water. I don't think those little built-in drains that they used to do really do much for you anyways. Water still rolls down the deck, in heavy rains or splashing, so might as well make it easier to clean up afterwards. How's the seat, Kayla?
It's good. Consider we don't have one now. And look, there's cup holders.
No kidding, guys. Our boat only has 2 cup holders. We put some additions on, but only 2 built-in cup holders. And we use those for fishing sinkers, so it's a little aggravating to some people when they want to drink. So this is a rod holder and a cup holder. This is nice too. All the buttons up here versus like down here on the contender.
You don't have the big old thing right here.
Footrest. Oh yeah, very clear, which is nice.
You got a speaker on the back.
This is a 33 front runner. What's really cool about this is this actually is made right by Jacksonville where I live. It's pretty much, you don't think of many boat building companies in North Florida. Most of them are South Florida or places like that, but this one's pretty much homegrown. So I've been following these guys for a while. Pretty excited to be out here and get a test ride one. This is their new 33 front runner. Looks pretty nice. Definitely feels a lot bigger than the contender. Taller front, higher deck, wider boat, and it looks like it does pretty good on the high speed videos I've seen. So that's what I'm really curious to test. We looked at some cool bay boats, and one thing that was nice about them, they have a nice flat deck. The gunnels are big, so you can stand on them, walk around, and cast. One well thought out thing that I would look for in a boat is at their console. I felt like this was super smart. The console itself, goes down, but right underneath, they left a gap where it goes up into it. So like if you're shuffling around, your toes can actually slide up under, several inches of that console. If it were to go straight down, you kind of stub your toe into it probably as you're shuffling around. But by putting that kind of raised height and letting it go back underneath it, makes it easier to walk around. So well thought out idea. On the Invincible is really cool. They've got like a bar that can hold your hose. It's kind of like a bar that goes here and curves up, and this holds your wash down hose. So if you got that coil, you can just quickly slide it on, slide it off. I thought that was a really great idea. Easy to use, but also keeps the boat very clean. Looking for a boat, that'd be something cool to have, and it's probably easy to buy a bar like that and install it on a boat if you need some ideas to upgrade your boat. Electronics, really cool. Electronics have come a long way. A couple cool features I noticed are some people are putting the autopilot controls rather than on the dash. They'll put it like at the seat itself. I saw one where it was actually on the T-top. It was a hard top. You can be sitting here, go in your spot, now let's turn to the right, turn to the left, go here, bam, you ain't even got it like this, There's some cool things you can put on a center console. You can get the Seakeeper, which is like a gyro kind of thing. They've had them in big cruise ships, stuff like that, even big sport fishers. You can get those in your center console, and what that does, it keeps your boat from rocking so much. So it's basically on a gyro moving around. You can't see it, it's under the deck, but basically your boat will have very little rock at all. So that's a pretty cool feature.
600. They're probably not real. How long would it take to get to the humps in that thing? Yeah.
3 gallons to the mile, huh?
Get to the humps in 5 minutes, though.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. You might overshoot it. You gotta give yourself time to slow down.
Good.
That one's yours.
That's it. That's mine right there. I think I can afford that one.
We did a couple test rides. I'm going to go more into depth on those boats in some videos by themselves. So if you haven't seen them yet, those should be out soon. We did one on the Invincible 33 cat boat and one on the Contender 44 ST. Really cool boats. Pretty neat to see how they ride and how they've been, decked out to just have all these new technologies and features on them. Thanks for watching the video. If you guys got any other questions about our experience at the Miami Boat Show, boat tips, things we would look for, any advice in buying new or used boats, just comment below and we'll help you out as best we can. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Real Hazardous.